The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group. Hers Incorporated. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. And Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics. On your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
Hello and good afternoon, Panther fans. You're looking live at the newly renovated Dean Evans Stadium here in Salina, Kansas, a site for the 2022 Kansas 4A State Baseball Tournament. Today we have first round action, the fourth and final game today in day one of the state tournament, as the Paola Panthers will be taking on the Clay Center Tigers. We say hello, everybody. I'm Dylan Funk, my partner Dennis Drennan. We're coming over from Tonganoxie Sports Live, and we are bringing you coverage of your Panthers down here in Salina, and couldn't be happier to do it. Fourth and final game of the year. Both teams been, or of the day, not the year, but both teams been waiting patiently all throughout the day. It must be kind of agonizing when you already kind of have the nerves going for a state tournament game, but when you got to wait all day. I mean, the first game started at 11, then the second game, and the third game, which Tonganoxie coming out victorious in that one, defeating Abilene 10-5, and now finally they just kind of get to take a deep breath and say, all right, let's go play ball.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it here. Just some notes here. Let's recap real quick. The head coaches meeting at home plate, talking with the umpires. Let's recap this season for the Panthers. Head coach is Tony Broomer. They had a 14-7 record on the year. Their regional results, they beat Independence in an exciting one, a 7-6 walk-off. Ended up winning that one, and they move on to face Lewisburg 3-1, who Lewisburg in their first round game beat the favored Atchison in that game. So they faced Lewisburg, and they ended up handling them pretty well 3-1. So that's how they got here to Salina. The Panthers, they finished third in the 4A tournament last season, are making their fifth trip to state since 2014. And then Paola was runner-ups in 2014, and they finished in third place in 2016, and they are led by the starting pitcher today, the Tennessee commit Caden Markham, the Class 4A pitcher of the year last season, and so far this season, maybe not the numbers that he's been looking to put up, but 4-3 is the record and 68 strikeouts, but he is also getting it done at the plate, batting an even .400 with 6 home runs and 24 RBIs right behind him. Dalton Pysick also hitting .400, 26 RBIs, and he is also one to look out for on the mound. A 4-1 record coming in to Salina with 46 total strikeouts. So that's just a little quick recap of the Panthers. Let's flip it over to the Tigers from Clay Center. Their head coach is Andrew Bent, had a 16-4 record and the third overall seed out of the East and West for 4A. Regional results, they beat Wellington 5-2, and then Chapman in the regional championship 3-1. They were the 4A runner-ups last season, only losing to Miege 8-0 in the championship game. But hey, we've all been there, right?
Right.
We've all had our hearts ripped out by Bishop Miege. So
yeah, except last week.
Yeah, except last week for Tonganoxie, that's for sure. This is their fourth trip to state in program history. 3 of the 4 losses this year, they play their opponents tough. 3 of the 4 losses this year were by 2 runs or less, and none of them were by any more than 4 runs. So they like to play it close and competitive game, and they're going to make you sweat it out all the way to the end. And at this time, we're going to flip it over to the PA announcer for starting lineups and announcements of our teams.
Dean Evans Stadium for the 2022 KSHSA Class 4A State Baseball Championships. Activity programs are primarily for the student participants. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth of the participants. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Officials and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. Now let's meet our teams for our final game of the day today, featuring first our visiting team on the scoreboard, the Panthers of Paola High School. Let's first meet the assistant coaches, team managers, non-starting players, and starting lineup for the Panthers. Assistant coaches David Kane and Morgan Rod. Team managers Carter Koch and Isaac Hall. Non-starting players, number 6, Jace Curley. Number 7, Jasper Logan. Number 9, Johnson Martell. Number 11, Xander Mining. Number 12, Cody Hendrickson. Number 20, Gus Wright. Number 22, Hunter Logan. Number 34, Keith Matlick. And the starting lineup for Paola, leading off will be the catcher, number 4, Colby Wheeler. Batting second, the left fielder, number 16, Carson Bain. Batting third, the pitcher, number 24, Kaden Markham. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 35, Dalton Pysick. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 3, Dylan Olmeyer. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 13, John Earlywine. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 10, Cale Murdoch. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 5, Noah Gherkin. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 2, J.D. Troutman. And the center fielder not batting is number 27, Logan Newkirk. And coach for Paola is Tony Brummer. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Tigers of Clay Center High School. This weekend, assistant coaches, non-starting players in lineup for the Tigers. Assistant coaches Michael Brownell and Kelly Rushman. Non-starting players, number 10, Tristan Johnston. Number 22, Owen Craig. Number 20, Jace Butler. Number 17, Connor Reich. Number 29, Brady Fissenmeyer. Number 26, Ezra Burney. Number 11, Weston Hammond. Number 16, Isaac Bergman. In the lineup for the Tigers, leading off to the third baseman, number 28, Morgan Hartfield. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, Brody Haynes. Batting third, the first baseman, number 4, Mark Hoffman. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 19, Clark Long. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 12, Cole Patson. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 15, Jackson Myers. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 21, Tucker Jackson. Batting eighth, designated hitter, number 5, Colton Tasley. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Justin Wright. Now batting is the left fielder, number 8, James Brownell. The center is Andy Banks. Good luck to both teams.
All right, and just like that, we are ready for some Paola Panther baseball here. Of course, presenting sponsor of Paola Sports Live is Go Brawley. It just works. And both teams introduce, and finally, two teams that have been waiting patiently all day to finally get out here and play some ball are going to do that here in just a matter of moments. And the starting pitcher trotting out there for Clay Center, number 12, Cole Platson.
And partner, we got a beautiful day for baseball here. It's about 70 degrees with about an 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing out of the north. So probably not enough wind now to play havoc with the ball when it gets in the air. We did see that in some of the earlier games today, but it should be a perfect setting for baseball here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
A beautiful field too.
Yeah,
nice complex.
I said the Dean Evans Stadium here in Salina, newly renovated just a matter of about a year ago, and they put down this new turf field. Originally had natural grass, but I know there was a state tournament here not too long ago that there was a line of storms that kind of forced them to postpone and move the 4A tournament up to Wichita. So I think that was kind of like the last straw for Salina.
Yeah.
And all of them here at the field kind of come together and say, we need to put down a turf field because Yeah, 'cause I can imagine for a town like this, having this tournament here, it's got to be one of kind of their big money grabbers for sure.
Yeah, no question about that. And as we talked about earlier, partner, we had some of the locals tell us that they had over 4 inches of rainfall here just in the last 24 hours.
Yeah,
so
there's been plenty of rain all across the state of Kansas, and we were driving down I-70 this morning, and you kind of get out to the barrier parts of Kansas. When you're heading west, it was just like a lot of mini lakes out there on the fields. It was crazy the amount of rainfall that has come down. But we are ready to go here. The first three due up for the Panthers is Wheeler, Bame, and Markham. And they will take on Cole Platson coming in. He's been a tough one to get through so far, a 0.45 ERA. And you ready for the big shock here? Kid's only a freshman.
Oh, my goodness. Man, what experience here.
Yep.
Starting a game in the state tournament as a freshman.
How about that, huh?
That's pretty amazing.
Yep. And Clay Center, they are a team that is 60-4 overall on the record, and when they win by a wide margin, and when they lose, it's not by a wide margin. So after losses, just coming by a run or two, and they have not lost a game by more than 4 runs. Meanwhile, Paola is kind of like the underdogs kind of just in this tournament. They're the team that's not really supposed to be here, and that's a good start. A leadoff single out into right for Colby Wheeler, and the leadoff man is on for the Panthers.
Yeah, he just served that into right field. He went with the pitch. It was on the outside part, and he didn't overswing.
Yep.
Nice job.
And just like I was.
They're going to have a pinch runner, number 20.
So early action here, number 20 for Paola, and this is Gus Wright.
Wheeler heading back to put on the catcher's gear.
Offered bunt momentarily and takes a called strike. Kind of like I was saying before that leadoff single, Paola, the team, I don't think, not much of the pressure is on them because they're the team that's not really supposed to be here. The 7th overall team, only higher than El Dorado. Another bunt put down right by the pitcher, and he throws it over and gets the out at first. Wright will advance up to second, and there is one gone here in the top of the first inning. And they had the walk-off win in the regional semifinal against Independence in crazy fashion. They pull that win off, and then when you think they go on to the next round and face Atchison, who I believe was either the 2nd or the 3rd seed out in the East. They were a really talented baseball team up there, the Phoenix from Atchison, and they get upset in the first round. So Paola takes on Lewisburg, a Frontier League foe. They end up pulling out the victory 3-1 against the Wildcats, and here they are today.
Yeah, and you see the respect that the Paola manager has for this pitcher for Clay Center. He played small ball and advanced that runner into scoring position.
And that's a solid knock, but it hangs up just a little too much, but it's over
the
glove. And that's going to roll all the way out to the 385 side, and they're going to go ahead and wave around right, and it's going to be an RBI triple. Lucky there, Caden Markham.
Wow, nice hit.
Gave himself some run support there. Again, the University of Tennessee commit, one of the top pitchers in the state of Kansas and in the class of 2022. Might be number 1, if I'm not mistaken. I know there were some rankings that came out earlier that had him as the number 1 overall just baseball player in the class of 2022. And another pinch runner as Markham will head to the dugout. Gets a warm welcome from his teammates as he gives the Panthers an early 1-0 lead over the Tigers. And just like that,
and we've noticed so far today, partner, that the ball is really carrying.
It has, yep. In our first game to Abilene and Tongi, there was a handful of fly balls that looked just like routine, but they just kind of had some late
kept
movement.
Going back and back.
And again, I mean, if it's a windy day, it's understandable. But the wind. And I'll show you the American flag out there. I mean, you can tell it's moving, but it's not
as bad as it was.
No, not at all.
And it's going to push everything that's in the air to the right side, towards right field. Oh, nice
now,
hit.
Pysick gets it out into center, and 2 early runs here. in the top of the first for Paola as they jump on top of the Tigers early on.
Good start for the Panthers.
2 runs off 3 hits.
The second baseman, number 3, Dylan Ohlmeyer.
The big triple from Markham, and now the RBI single for Dalton Pysick.
That brings up Ohlmeyer, second baseman.
Yep. And Ohlmeyer is known for kind of getting on the base pass and causing some havoc. 14 total stolen bases and 22 runs scored. Leads the Panthers in both those categories. 1-0 pitch here. Platson, another bunt show. Infield quickly collapsing in. And the count goes up now to 2-0.
Yeah, Clay Center's wanting to stop the bleeding here. Panthers need to pour it on. Nice bunt.
Platson has it. Throw over to first is in time, so they get the runner at first. 2 now gone in the inning. Runner still at second for the Panthers.
Second sacrifice bunt of the inning.
Hitter number 13, Jonathan Earlywine.
Big spot here for the DH, John Earlywine.
So the Paola manager uses the bunt to get a man in scoring position for Ohlmeyer.
And he holds off on that one. 1 ball, no strike. You had to know this was an early game plan for the Panthers, was to come out and get on top of Cole Platson early on, maybe try to rattle the freshman a little bit. Already given up 2 earned runs before the third out is even recorded here in the top of the first. Pysick still hanging out there at second. Earlywine trying to bring him home. Next pitch is in. He swings at it and chops it foul near the Paola dugout. Third baseman number 10, Cale Murdoch, is on deck. Looks over at Pysick at second. Now comes to the dish. Looks like a pitch that was upstairs a little bit, and a pop fly in the infield, and calling for it, but in and out of the glove, and that is more mistakes that we saw in the game earlier as well.
No, and you see that wind was just kept pushing it to the right. That the shortstop trying to make that play there, that was definitely more of a second baseman's play, but the shortstop's kind of the quarterback out there, so
yeah. He
called it.
Yep. And Pysick comes around to score. It is now 3-0 Panthers. Still waiting for them to update the score out.
It's going to be an error.
Yeah, still, he came around to score.
Yeah.
And with 2 outs. And
got him.
quick play. And caught him napping there at first. A mental error. And that'll do it for the Panthers in the top of the first. But they do bring across 3 runs as they lead the Tigers 3-0. We'll be right back here on Paola Sports Live, your home for Panther baseball.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Bottom of the first action here. Paola get the party started early on. 3 runs coming across to score. One of them thanks to a big RBI triple from the pitcher, Caden Markham. Hit it right over the center fielder's glove, and it rolled out into the 385 sign out there in center.
Yeah, 3 runs on 3 hits. That's pretty efficient.
Yep. It's a pretty good pace. And again, the winner of this game will go on to take on Tonganoxie, the winners of the third game of the day between them and Abilene and the Cowboys. They sent the Cowboys right off into the sunset, to say the least. Yeah, it's Abilene. It was their first trip ever to the state tournament. They got on top 3-0 early on, and then it was just all Tonganoxie from there. And Markham gets it started for the Panthers with a called strike in there, with Morgan Brunfield in there on deck as Brody Hayes and Mark Hoffman in the hole.
Man, I don't know what his velocity is. Did you say he could throw in the 90s?
The report that I read on the way up here from multiple different scouting websites and just from his Twitter, just scrolling through there, 95 is what I saw.
I'm going to say he's bringing it.
Let's look at that.
Threw it right by him.
And Markham, and from the reports I've seen, committed to play for the Tennessee Volunteers. And
good for that young man.
Exactly.
And his family.
The bright future ahead for Caden Markham. I mean, you can tell the difference even just in the thud of the catcher's mitt.
He's really popping the mitt.
This catcher Colby Wheeler back there trying to frame that one. Umpire not taking it, 2-0. It baffled me when I was looking at the official stats and it came across that Markham only had a 4-3 record on the year. But it's great. I mean, it was an article. It was if you follow Sports in Kansas on Twitter, it was from them. And I mean, I'll give maybe could have been wrong or something, but feel free for the Paola fans watching at home. Feel free to message us in the chat or something. And
wow.
It lets him get away, and that was another close. That was a borderline pitch. Looked to be right there in the zone. So a one-out walk as Hayes gets the free pass. Hoffman will now step up, and Carter Long, the right fielder, is on deck for Clay Center. And runner-ups in last year's tournament only coming up short to Bishop Miege. An 8-0 loss. So they got revenge on their minds, trying to make it right in this tournament. They still have some of the key pieces from that run. And you add in the addition of the freshman, Cole Platson, on the mound. They've put together a pretty great season. But I haven't faced a team quite like Paola or even faced a pitcher quite like Caden Markham, because quite honestly, if you're talking just in 4A, he's one of a kind. That one low and in the turf, and count moves up to 2-0.
I haven't seen him throw a breaking ball yet.
No, it's been pretty much all heat. Comes set, ready to deliver, and fouls that one off. Trying to run it down to third baseman, and it lands right near the fencing out there, and foul.
A lot of foul ground here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plenty of room between the first and third base lines and the fencing. So no fly ball is quite safe if it doesn't get over the fence. A 2-1 pitch from Markham. And under the glove of the second baseman. He pulled it, took his eye off it just a half second too early. And now runners at first and second for the Tigers, one gone. Looking to try to get back one of those 3 runs that gave up in the top of the first.
He was trying to turn that double play before.
And that's J.D. Troutman.
And he did get an error.
So Carter Long, the right fielder, now the 4-hole hitter, looking to do exactly what they put him in there for, trying to clean up the base paths and bring those runners home for Clay Center. And swings at the first pitch, a little blooper, and I think that one will get out of play anyways, and it does. Kel Murdoch, a little bit of a delayed reaction, but it lands out of play. Looking over at that runner at second. The 0-1 pitch coming in from Markham, and another one fouled away and into the netting.
It looked like that was off his knuckles.
Yep. Got him in on the hands just a little bit. Looking to strike him out here, and another one fouled away. So 3 pitches now fouled off by Long. Pitcher Cole Platson is due up next for Clay Center. And if we have any Clay Center fans that are tuning in to watch this live stream, we welcome you into Paola Sports Live. And we thank you all for joining us today. This battle of the felines between the Panthers and the Tigers. The 0-2 pitch from Markham, looking to set him down, and he does.
That was the first breaking ball I saw.
The drop third strike, but the batter has already given himself up, going back to the dugout. 2 gone in the inning. Runners still at second and first. And let's see.
Markham trying to shut the door here.
Let's see what the freshman can do against the power-armed senior.
Yeah, it's one thing for a freshman to be pitching, but he's also hitting.
He's about to face his toughest test. And he has probably had, and you could potentially argue, his baseball career, perhaps. It's not every day you come across D1 talent.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Look at there. Went right to the left fielder, so he made some good contact trying to go opposite field.
Yeah, he put a good swing on that.
But Carson Bain patrolling out there in left brings it in, and Tigers strand a couple on, and they still trail the Panthers 3-0 early on. Top of the second coming up next here on Paola Sports Live.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Back here live on Paola Sports Live, Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan coming over from our sister station, Tonganoxie Sports Live, to bring you Panther baseball here at the state tournament in Salina, Kansas. Again, thank you all so much for joining us today. All been waiting very patiently for your guys' turn to come up and play some baseball today. First one due up is the third baseman, Kel Murdoch, followed by Noah Gherkin in right field, and the shortstop, J.D. Troutman. Bottom of the first for Paola, no runs on no hits and one error by Troutman that was trying to turn to double play. Took his eye off the ball just about a half second too early. They tagged him with the error as it got out into center field. This one right back up the middle, and a diving stop by the shortstop, but it's not going to matter as it's into center. And a leadoff single there as Murdoch gets on and tries to get the dugout fired up, and another rally potentially started here. Noah Gherkin will step in there now.
See if they play small ball here. Yep.
And they do. He makes contact, and it'll just sail out of play.
Fans at home can see those the shadows that are creeping towards the batter's area. So we could have a situation where you have the batter in the shade and the pitcher in the sun. That's not ideal.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're a hitter.
Definitely not ideal by any means. Again, showing bunt again, and it goes foul 0-2, so bunt likely out of the play now. Platson for Clay Center just trying to recover and settle in after giving up 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Again, coming in with an ERA sub .50.
Thus, they're playing small ball, which is smart.
Holds back on that one. Count 1-2.
That was a nice pitch. It's just a bit outside. Had him fooled. It was a breaking ball.
And Gherkin thought about it, but was able to hold back at the last moment. 1-2 pitch now from Platten, and got him swinging through it and down on strikes. And the first out here in the top of the second. And J.D. Troutman now will step in and try to advance that runner, Murdoch, from first. He gets the sign from the third base coach.
Taking a long look down there.
Steps in, and now we are ready to go. Quick throw over to first, and they thought he got another one.
It looked like he got under the tag.
And I agree. The Clay Center crowd and the players thought he was out there. So that's how they got the third out in the top of the first.
Yeah.
They got the Paola base runner at first napping, and a quick throw over. He got him out.
He's going.
Yep. A good throw might get him. This one peeling away.
Not a good throw at all.
Not a good throw by the catcher. It's Tucker Jackson back there for Clay Center, and now what do we have here? Catcher interference again?
No, he struck out, so he can't advance. What did he call?
I think he called catcher interference, I think.
Huh.
I guess Troutman just stepped in there, so that had to be what they called, that Troutman was in the way of the catcher trying to throw it over to second, so they direct Murdoch back to first, and 2 gone now. In the inning, we head back to the top of the order with the catcher, Colby Wheeler. We saw him play very similar like that in our regional championship matchup between Tonganoxie and Bishop Miege, where Tongi was starting to get a rally going earlier on in the game, and it was put down by a catcher interference at the plate while the runner was trying to steal second, and it ended the inning. So Murdoch will remain at first. A 1-1 count. Third pitch in from Platten, and blocked. He's still going to go this time, and if he would have had it in his glove, that one just might have got him. And again, it leaks out into center, and Murdoch finally settling in there at second base.
Yeah, he got into scoring position for Wheeler.
Now trying to make that error hurt for the Tigers. Here's the next pitch, and takes it high and upstairs for a ball, 3-1. Fouls that one. Hot shot. Right around near the dugout area. That's why they tell you, keep your head on the swivel.
That's right.
Three-two pitch. Swung on, way over to the second baseman, looks it into his glove, toss over to the first in time, and down go the Panthers and the top of the second as they strand Murdoch at second, and they still have a 3-0 lead over the Tigers.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible and dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Back live on Paola Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Bottom of the second, ready to get started. And Caden Markham gets ready to start his second inning of work. Due up for the Tigers is Jackson Myers, Tucker Jackson, and Colton Tapman. Panthers straining one runner in the top of the second. Murdoch at second base. Could not bring him home. They still have a 3-0 lead over Clay Center after scoring all three of their runs in the top of the first. First pitch from Markham, and swung on and missed for a strike again. Just rearing it back and coming forward with that fastball.
It looked like there Myers had his mind up to swing at that before he pitched it.
Now trying to show bunt.
That's not a bad idea when you have a dominant pitcher on the mound, is to put down a bunt.
The only thing I'd worry about is that with somebody pitching with that much speed, if that gets in on your fingers or your knuckles, that's broken. Oof. But, like you said, it is a smart strategy.
Yeah, and there's always a debate. You listen to major leaguers, and they all have a different, not all, but a lot of them have different ideas about what's easier to bunt, a breaking ball or a fastball. Yeah, I always thought it was easier to bunt a breaking ball because in most cases the ball was on a downward trajectory. So, well, he just blew that by him.
Yeah, he did.
He's going back to the dugout and said, I didn't really see it, but it sounded like a strike.
I know. It's we were talking about when you get up to mid-90s like Markham is capable of. I mean, you got, a third of a second?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And even that, it's literally a blink of an eye.
He's 60 feet 6 inches away, but, how tall is Markham? He looks like he's pretty tall.
I would have to guess about, they don't have any official programs here, but
6'2", 6'3", at least?
I would say at least maybe 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a multi-sport athlete as well.
And you see from the time he strides with that long front leg, and his release point is well in front of the rubber, so you have not very much time to get the bat through the hitting zone.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's just why he's one of the most dominant pitchers in Kansas and in the class of 2022. 1-1 pitch on the way.
Like you said, partner, you don't see D1 talent at this level very often.
No, you really don't, and it really is. It's a rare oddity that you see it. I mean, you see plenty of.
See, and he got him with the breaking ball. They're setting dead red, and then they can't adjust to the breaking ball.
Yeah. I mean, it's at the 4A level in the state of Kansas. You see a lot of maybe D2 talent, community college talent, like top those talent, but. Yeah, guys like Markham, just almost like unicorns. It's kind of how.
Yeah, they don't come around that often at this level.
And again, gets out in front early, an 0-1 count after striking out the first two batters of the inning. This is Colton Tapman in there right now. Another one called strike, 0-2. Trying to strike out the side here, coming quickly with it. And I think like he tried to go off speed a little bit there, but it's outside. That one low, count even up 2 apiece with 2 gone in the inning.
Catcher's hand's going to be sore tonight.
Yeah, Colby Wheeler, you know it. We got to try to put some ice on that left hand or something.
Oh, I think that fooled the umpire. That sure looked like strike three.
I had to agree too. And Wheeler's doing all he can, trying to frame it.
Oh, it's just. I think it actually fooled the umpire.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times today as well.
Yeah.
And this is the different home plate umpire that we have had in today's action. That one fouled just straight back, so Tapman is trying to dial it in here. Let's see what Markham throws at him next. The 3-2 pitch.
Giving him a heater, Ricky.
Give us a like if you're any Major League movie fans out there. Got that reference. Markham lets Tapman get away for a 2-out walk. And second baseman Justin Wright will come in now. And strike.
It looks like there's some movement on that fastball, too, which is just nasty.
Yeah. On pitch on the way, low, throw back over to first, trying to catch him napping, but he's back in safe.
It was a good throw by the catcher there.
And Wheeler put it on the spot, and Tapman, the runner on first for Clay Center, had a nice little secondary lead after the pitch was thrown in. Let's see if he stays a little closer to home now. Closer to first, I should say. Where was that pitch
looked like
at?
a good pitch, too. I don't know.
Talk about every umpire has, their own, kind of set of the strike zone, per se. Maybe some will be more giving on the lower corner of the strike zone than others. And the thing that we've always granted with them, especially here in the state tournament, is that as long as they're efficient
and
with it.
Well, and consistent is the main thing. So, the players can adjust if they go up there and they know the strike zone.
Yeah.
It does help. Now, what's really bad is when they're inconsistent. You don't know what to do or what you got to cover.
It was not very great. 2-2. Runner going to second, and in and out of the catcher's mitt by Wheeler, so the runner will make it in safely. So now got a man in scoring position for the Tigers.
Stolen base.
Still a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning here at the Dean Evans Stadium in Salina. 4A state baseball, last game of the day here of a quadruple header. This one slapped, slow roller. Markham picks it up and applies the tag himself. Runner goes out of the baseline anyways, so they'll put it in to the bottom of the second inning, and still no hits for the Tigers, and they trailed the Panthers 3-0 here, top of the third, on the way on the other side of the break here on Paola Sports Live.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
How do you see the world?
Ha! At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into everyday miracles.
Like riding my bike.
Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Ready now, top of the third action here on Paola Sports Live. Got Bame, Markham, and Pysick, the three due up for the Panthers, and they have a 3-0 lead off of 4 hits. Tigers still no runs, no hits, and 1 error through 2 innings of work. 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Panthers.
Yeah, Bame had a nice sacrifice bunt his first time up, and that run come around to score.
Gets in front early here, 1-0 on Platson. Next pitch on the way from the freshman. And low again, 2 ball.
Yeah, I was in there.
2 balls, 1 strike. Swings at that one. Chopper over to second, brings it in, and over to first for the first out.
We got a nice room service hop on that one.
Now, Caden Markham will step back in, going 1 for 1 so far in the ball game with that triple he had in the top of the first.
Yeah, that was an RBI triple.
Watches the first one go by for a ball. It goes through the backstop. And the winner of this game will go on to face Tonganoxie tomorrow in the second game of the day after the first game between McPherson and Ottawa gets done. And this one, that's into the gap, and another base hit, and Markham will sail in with a stand-up double to go along with his triple.
Wow. Have a day, young man.
And pitch runner won't come in for him. And looking at the young man trotting out there, this is number 11, Xander Minning.
The first baseman, number 35, Dalton Pysick.
Dalton Pysick will be the next batter up. Another RBI opportunity for him with the runner at second.
Yeah, he had an RBI single in the first inning. He brought Markham in third.
So with that, now has 27 total RBIs. And the mound visit is over.
He's got another chance for an RBI right here.
Pysick still looking now, waiting for the sign from his third base coach. Gets it and digs in, and here we go. One gone in the inning, runner at second, a 3-0 lead for the Panthers. First pitch is a little bit inside and low, take it for ball one. Now steps off. Now the Paola bench maybe trying to start to get under the skin a little bit of the freshman pitcher out there. That's on the way, low and outside, ball two. Taking a little extra time in between pitches here. Comes set and the delivery into Pysick, and that one
must have caught the inside corner.
Must have.
It's a curveball.
Pysick thought it was a little bit inside.
He did.
Play umpire calls it strike one, 2-1. Next pitch. That's low for ball three. 3-1 now. And for Platson out there, if he can't get control out there, he might be getting the hook from his head coach here. Next one on the way, and
well, that looked outside. Full count. Boy, just getting a piece of that to stay alive.
Next to count, full 3-2. Runner at second, one gone here in the top of the third inning. Next pitch on the way, Pysick swings. Trouble at first, at third, tries to throw it across the diamond, and in time. And a good play out there at third for Clay Center, as that is Morgan Brumfield. Dylan Ohlmeyer now will step in for Paola, and with two gone, it's going to take a hit to get that runner home from second. Owen gets away from the catcher. Pinch runner trying to go, hesitated for a moment.
Ooh,
and a
close.
Bang, bang play at third. They're going to call him safe.
He must have beat the tag.
So it looked like maybe for a split second it might have slowed down, or took him about a half second to really put his head down and commit, but he still gets in there safe.
Now a wild pitch or a pass ball gets him home.
That one eye level for ball two. Yep, I don't know.
He's definitely giving that outside corner.
He definitely is. Before originally saying a 3-1 count, corrects it to 2-1. Swings at the off-speed pitch, had some late movement, grounder to second, and the out is made at first, and the Panthers strand a runner at third. They still have a 3-0 lead over the Tigers here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina.
Hey, I'm Mike Rowe, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
No runs off one hit, no errors, and one left on for the Panthers. In the top of the third, they still have a 3-0 lead over the Tigers. Markham going right back to work, and that one bouncing on the turf before it even gets across the plate. A 1-0 count. And back to the top of the order with Morgan Brunfield, followed by Brody Hayes and Mark Hoffman. That one low outside for a ball. Markham behind in the count. Something he hasn't done too much of here early on in this ball game. There he gets it in there in that low outside corner of the strike zone. 2-1 pitch. Away swung on right over to short. This time Troutman looks it in and throws it over to Pysick at first for out number one.
He got a nice hop on that one as well.
Good. And we've seen some wonky bounces from the ball off of the turf out here, but past couple of balls to the infielder for both Paola and Clay Center. Both have had nice bounces to bring them in on. First pitch, just a little too much inside. Ball one to Brody Hayes, shortstop. Two 2-0. That one in there, strike one. Still behind 3-1. Hayes trying to stay in front here and try to get on base. And he'll get on with the walk. So another base runner gets on for the Tigers without having to collect a hit. Still looking for their first through 2 1/3.
That's Markham's third walk of the game.
First baseman Mark Hoffman. We're looking to try to get it going here for Clay Center. They've had runners in scoring positions a couple times with 2 outs. Obviously, have yet to bring anybody across. They still trail 3-0. 3 runs from 5 hits for the Panthers. Both teams each with an error apiece. Quick throw to first, and he's in there safe. High again for a ball. Markham trying to play catch up here in the count. That one in the strike zone, says the home plate umpire, 2-1. Another throw to first, and again in there safe. Markham keeping a close eye on Hayes over there at first. Swung on and heading foul near the fencing. Another throw to first, third time now, just in this at-bat alone. Two-two pitch. Swung on, gets away from the catcher, so he'll run down to first, and he was just going to hold on to it. So now runners at first and second.
What did they say? He fouled it.
They say he fouled it?
No. Said he was out.
All right. So make that 2 gone now in the inning. And right fielder Carter Long steps in, and again for another inning, 2 outs and a runner at second for Clay Center. Takes a swing, soaring fastball that blows by him, 0-1.
He was way behind that pitch.
That one right about eye level. Looking for ball 1. Oh, an outside for a ball. It seems like Markham now is. Command hasn't been quite on target.
He's still putting up goose eggs, though.
He is, yep. Still getting it done when he has to, and that's all that matters. 2-1.
Oh, he didn't mean to, but he did.
It's one of those, you start to swing and you change your mind right in the middle of it, and you got nothing to do and just finish on through. Count is now at 2-2. Yeah, swing and a miss again, just blew it by him. Another strikeout in the books for Caden Markham, and the Panthers still lead 3-0 over the Clay Center Tigers.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Welcome back to the special state tournament edition of Paola Sports Live, and as always presented by Go Brawley Internet. Go Brawley, it just works. And 0 runs on 0 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Clay Center Tigers. In the bottom of the third, they still trail 3-0. And stepping up first here is the designated hitter, John Earlywine. He'll be followed by Cale Murdoch and Noah Gherkin. First pitch is on the way, and a little curveball, off-speed pitch gets in there last second for a called strike.
Earlywine reached on an error in the first and then got picked off at first.
Extends his arms over to short and to first in time. Got him by a step. And for the first out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Third baseman number 10, Cale Murdoch.
Murdoch looking to reach base again for the second time in this game.
Yeah, he singled his last time up.
It takes a good swing at this one. Center fielder
no
going
gap.
for it
It's in
and
the
over
gap.
his head and into the gap indeed. Picks up at the warning track, and Murdoch will hold up at second. So a single and now a double. And showing the emotions and the flair there at second, trying to get his team fired up. And another one in scoring position for the Panthers, looking to add on to their 3-0 lead. And Noah Gherkin, the right fielder, won't come in, but we're going to have a stoppage here.
You're going to have a pinch hitter.
And so that will be
number 12.
Yeah, let me look him up on my roster sheet here real quick. Number 12 for Paola. He'll be coming in pinch hitting for Noah Gherkin. And this is Cody Hendrickson. So, not too terribly often you see a pinch hitter come in the top of the 4th inning of a ball game, but see what Hendrickson can do here. Takes a good cut at the first pitch he sees, but can't connect. 0-1.
Paola trying to get that runner home.
Next on the way, high and above at eye level, 1-1. Takes an errant cut at it and foul down the third base line. No, 1-2. Tigers and the Panthers battling now. Winner will go on to take on the Tonganoxie Chieftains, and round 2 action tomorrow at around 1:30 here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina. And you'll be able to catch that game whether if you're a Paola fan or a Clay Center fan. If your team moves on, you'll be able to catch that game over on our sister station Tonganoxie Sports Live here on YouTube. Next one on the way to Hendrickson. A little blooper over to left, and it hangs just enough for the left fielder to come in and bring it in. And there are now 2 gone in the inning, so the pinch hit scenario doesn't pan out for the Panthers, and Coach Brummer still have Murdoch over at second, 2 gone, and the shortstop J.D. Troutman, big spot for him here. Aggressive approach, swinging first pitch, and that one drifts foul and out of play over the Paola dugout.
Troutman was a victim of interference his first time up.
Nice pitch there from the freshman. Gets it in there. 0-2 count. That hit him?
No. I think that hit the catcher's mask or something.
There was a thud of something.
Yeah. It wasn't the bat. It was a protective gear, either the umpire or the catcher, but that advances the runner to third.
And right back up the middle, right into the glove of Platson. And while Murdoch was 90 feet away, he cannot come around home to score, and it stays a 3-0 ball game.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
He's got pitches left.
Back here on Paola Sports Live down Funk Ministry. And while we have a moment here, we do want to give a special shout out to everyone that made this live stream possible, all the administrators at Paola High School and the Paola sponsors and everyone here at Keisha for allowing us to give us the opportunity to come down and give us a nice place in the press box to stream not only all the Paola games, but the Tonganoxie games as well. And, of course, the boss man himself, B.J. Harris and Harris Media Services, couldn't do all of this without his support as well. It's a 3-0 ball game here. Panthers lead the Tigers. Paola got all three of the runs in the top of the first and have not scored since. They have 6 runs and 1 error. Meanwhile, Clay Center trying to play catch-up here. No runs on no hits and 1 error of their own. And stepping in right now is Cole Platson, who got a line drive right back to him in the top of the fourth that saved a run from scoring from third and Murdoch. And he is now ahead of the count 3-1 in this pitcher versus pitcher duel. Makes contact, drifting out of play. Murdoch trying to chase it down, and it lands and bounces off the concrete. Count will now be full, 3-2. That one, that should get down.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. You know, it's, again, it might just be me or a little hard to tell kind of the flight of the ball when it's hit out into the outfield. You think it's not going to go as far as it does or hang as long as it does, but.
Well, the ball's been carrying really well today.
Platson goes down and they fly out to center. Bringing it in out there is Logan Newkirk. It's kind of like the designated player if you want to call him that. Because you see more initially in softball and been seeing it a little bit more and more in our past baseball games that we've done here recently, the past couple weeks. Wheeler trying to frame that pitch, and umpire not fooled, 1-1.
One of those rare off-speed pitches he throws.
1-2.
They're definitely behind that fastball.
Yeah, you got as much time as you do as a blink of an eye to figure it out.
It's in there.
Just got him looking. That's a backwards K in the scorebook on that one. And can we get a count on Markham's strikeouts?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strikeouts.
7.
Pretty dominant.
7 through 3 2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dominant. And he's doing that while also having his fair share of balls and walks as well. So it just goes to show. He's been dialed in so far here this bottom of the 4th inning, and that one another ball, 2-0.
Well, he's only got 3 walks and 7 Ks. That's pretty good. Strikeout to walk ratio. Oh, get out of the way, young man.
Yeah,
that will bite. That buzzed the tower there.
3-0 count. Yeah, it's easy for some to say, "Oh, come on, take one for the team."
No, you don't want to take that.
You stand in there and you let a 90, lower to mid 90 fastball kind of buzz the sleeve of your shirt or your jersey out there and see how comfortable you are trying to stand in there.
I mean, it's just a natural human reaction to get the heck out of the way of that thing.
Yeah. 3-1 count, and now 3-2. Clay Center crowd voices their displeasure with the home plate umpire.
He's been calling it all day.
3-2, and now
that's his 4th walk.
After being down 3-0, he comes back to make it a full count, but he still gets away from him. And
that brings up Tatman, the DH. He reached on a walk the last time and stole a base, but was left stranded at second.
Jace Weller will be the pinch runner for the Tigers. Coming in for Tucker Jackson for the catcher, so he can start getting his gear on. Colton Tatman, the DH. Again for that
finds a hole.
Slapped. Yep.
Oh, he got him out.
Oh, he did. That one hit maybe just a little too hard.
Yeah.
Out there, right. Not too often you see him
get thrown out from right field.
That is incredible right there. And down go the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. And still no hits for Clay Center as we head to the top of the 5th here on Paola Sports Live.
How do you see the world?
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into everyday miracles.
Like riding my bike.
Breaking boards. Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Back here live on Paola Sports Live, your home for Panther Baseball, a special state tournament edition here at the Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas. Dylan Funk and Dennis Trennan coming over from our sister station, Tonganoxie Sports Live, bringing you today's coverage of Panther Baseball. Back to the top of the order with the catcher, Colby Wheeler.
Singled and scored his first time up.
With Boehm and Markham, and you know that Wheeler and Boehm like to get on the base pass because Markham so far are 2 for 2 with a triple and a double.
Working on the cycle. Got the hard one out of the way, the triple.
We saw in our first game the only long ball
that was
like we've seen here today was Tim Brook was his name. He was the starting pitcher for Abilene. This one over to second and on into first for one gone. You see out there in center field, and it might be a little bit of a glare, kind of the way the sun is out there, but that sign on the wall out in dead center is 385. And Stockton Tim Brook was his name, and he got into one in the top of the first. It was a 3-run shot well over the wall, and it went at least 400 feet.
Oh,
easy. If not more, no doubt.
Yeah, it wasn't a wall scraper
No.
by any means.
No, sir. Carson Bame now coming in, one gone, and swinging both times, and both foul back into the netting, 0-2.
Bame had a sacrifice bunt in the first and grounded out to second in the third.
Holds back on that one, bounces right in front of home plate. Next one on the way, and thought that one might just been a little bit inside, but again, some late movement, caught enough to strike some there at the end. So if you're Clay Center here, would you just go ahead and walk Markham with nobody on and 2 outs?
Well, there's nobody on. Yeah, there's nobody on. I'd just make him. I wouldn't give him any cookies to hit.
He's gotten the better part of Platson so far. Again, a triple in the first and a double his last time up. Let's see what he does here. Takes the first pitch low for a ball.
He threw him a breaking ball there. I doubt he's going to see anything straight.
Another 1-2-0.
Yeah, he's going to be careful with him, I'm sure.
Still gets a hold of it. Has it at short and drops it, and he'll hustle it out.
And it's going to be an E6.
So unfortunately, what could have been a single down for a potential cycle, it's going to go down, like you just said, partner, an E6, as it was in the glove of the shortstop and would have had him out.
First baseman,
So the line keeps moving for the Panthers, and then the 4-hole hitter, the first baseman, Dalton Pysick.
Pysick singled and scored in the first and grounded out to third in the third.
Now that one going foul right at the last second, right near the third base bag. Throw to first, but he's back in safe. Taking a moment to give it back to the pitcher. Count evens up now, 1 apiece. Runner goes, Pysick takes again, and it gets away from the catcher, so no throw. And the base runner will make it in safe.
Now he's in scoring position.
Yeah, had to take a hit to get him home. 2 gone in the inning, 2-1 count to Pysick. Next pitch in from Platson.
Hit him.
And it hit him. I'll make that runners at second and first. big spot here for Dylan Olmeyer. Another curve coming in to the strike zone last second.
Caught the inside corner. That's a solid hit there.
Solid hit. They're going to go ahead and wave that runner around, throw to the plate, and they did get him. And out called, thrown out at home base. And that could be the big play that sparks this Clay Center team. They still find themselves trailing 3-0. But a big play and a big out at home saves a run.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Get things going here in the bottom of the fifth, and a big play to end the top of the fifth. A perfect throw from the left fielder, number 8, Jack Brownell, for Clay Center. A throw to home that got out the base runner. It was a solid hit out into left, and they were trying to wave him around in second and tried to bring him home. And again, a good throw got him out, so the deficit stays 3 runs for Clay Center. A 3-0 lead for the Panthers, and our Tigers still looking for their first hit, and just when they thought that they had it, with 2 outs in the bottom of the last inning, a hit in the right field, but like you said, a 9-3 out.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. No.
And then first strike, 1-2.
Right grounded back to the pitcher who tagged him out and assisted in the second. Like he crossed up his catcher there.
Got him, swing and miss. First strikeout in the inning. Make that number, is it 8 now?
Yep. 8 strikeouts, 4 walks.
And the big one, goose egg in the hit column.
Yep.
It gets in front early again. First called strike in there to the third baseman, Morgan Brunfield.
He's calling the manager out. I'm not sure if he's hurt. Yeah, I think he did. I think he is hurt.
I don't know.
He's that right arm is kind of limp.
And I don't know, something you definitely do not want to see if you're a Paola fan. I didn't see any.
No, I mean, he threw the pitch and then he motioned to the dugout, and he's coming out.
Well, yeah, they're going to have precaution, and
yeah, he felt something.
Yeah, you can see that right arm. It is kind of stiff and swaying out there.
Well, let's hope and pray that young man's okay.
Absolutely. He is again, like we've been talking about him all. Again, we don't watch Paola on a day-to-day basis. We watch Tongi, but I just know, when doing my research for baseball, it starts with Caden Markham, and he's been such a big part of this team and helping get them to this stage. And to see him make an early exit like that, especially when he's dealing out there on the mound, it's unfortunate, but
yeah, I had a no-hitter going.
Yeah, but it's better to stay on the side of precaution.
Oh yeah,
you especially when he's graduating and he's got Tennessee. He's going down to Knoxville later on. I mean, no need.
Nope.
No need. Try to risk anything unnecessary. So we're going to have a pitching change here. And we're waiting to see who they're going to motion out into the mound. I saw Dalton Pysick. He went into the dugout, and I think he changed gloves, so it could be him. And I think it is going to be Dalton Pysick, so coming over from first.
You had to get rid of that first baseman's mitt.
On the year, a 4-1 record and 46 strikeouts. So he's going to take some time to warm up here. We're going to step away for a moment, and we will be back when play resumes here in the bottom of the fifth. Again, Caden Markham making an early exit. Don't want to speculate, but it could be. Well, no, he's coming back out.
He's going to play first, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's good to see.
Yes, that is very good to see. So nothing serious. So Markham will remain in the game. He will just not continue pitching. I wonder maybe if it's just a pitch count, or.
Well, I don't think it was a pitch count, because he motioned to the dugout for the manager. That's usually a sign that, he's not feeling quite right.
That's bizarre. I mean,
and that's why he'll get as many warm-up tosses as he needs, because he's coming in for an injured player. Well, it's safe to say through, what is it, 4 and a third, he was unhittable.
Yeah, without a doubt. We will see.
8 strikeouts.
Yeah, Markham and Pysick are just going to trade positions. So it could still mean maybe something with the arm. Could be bothering him.
Yeah, it could.
But again, at first, you're not very too often making
tough throws.
Yeah, so something interesting, something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. But the good thing is that he's still good enough to go and play in this game and not make an exit.
That's great to see.
So he will stay in at first. Pysick will now take over on the mound. And let's see if he can keep it going. And instead, first pitch, and out there in center, cut off before heading into the gap, and that'll hold him to a single.
Yeah, that was a good job of cutting that ball off.
So the first pitch that the Tigers see from somebody named not Caden Markham on the mound, and they get their first hit of the game. Well, let's see maybe if the Tigers can get a rally going here. Brunfield leading it off with
we're hoping
a single there.
We're hoping for a double play for the Panthers here.
Here's Brody Hayes.
Oh, he didn't mean to, but he did.
And that'll be a good time for a double play ball.
Oh, yeah.
Just for, nothing better. It'd be like a sucker punch to the gut to Clay Center. They say, hey, finally got our first hit. Ready to try to get going here. And all of a sudden it's a double play and the inning's over. The one from Pysick, and in there for strike two.
Yeah, he's walked his last 2 times up.
And that one hit him. It just got away from Pysick. And he knew it as soon as he let it go. Probably the best shot that Clay Center has had all game long. Runners at first and second, only one out. Now, stopping here momentarily as that was J.D. Troutman coming in and speaking something to Pysick. They're going to keep an extra eye on that runner at second for Clay Center. Looking over in that direction a couple times. Now it comes to the plate with it and for a ball. Slapped, foul. That was a little bit closer. Murdoch might have been able to snag that one out of the air. 1-1 count. And now they will throw over to second, and in there safely is Brunfield. Go for a ball, throw again, and just a little bit behind there. So they are definitely keeping an eye on Brunfield there at second.
Tying runs at the plate.
And another ball called, 3-1. And for a game that has been moving on fairly quickly, we're dragging it out here a little bit in the bottom of the fifth. Coming up on 8:20 as far as time goes. That one fouled up the first base line.
I think that was definitely in on his hands.
Yeah, he's dropping the bat and taking a moment. Trying to shake out that feeling. Play center crowd here now trying to rally behind Hoffman. 3-2. Swung on. Pysick comes in for it and will take it to first himself. And the runners will advance up to second and third with 2 gone. And the biggest at-bat in the game so far for the Tigers is the right fielder, Carter Long, batting in the cleanup spot. A big chance here to potentially take this game down to 1 run. Here's the first pitch from Pysick, and looks at it in there for a strike.
Long struck out his last 2 times up.
That one, soft liner, and over at second and bringing it in. No problem is Olmeyer. And again, the rally is cut off for the Tigers as they strand 2, and they still trail 3-0 in this final game of the first round of the Kansas 4A State Baseball Tournament.
Hey, I'm Mike Rowe, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See?
not that bright.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Ready for the top of the sixth inning here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drain. Thank you all for saying. It's been a long day, partner. Thank you all for joining us tonight. A 3-0 lead for the Panthers as they are getting another inning closer to moving on to the second day of action here and a potential Frontier League matchup with the Chieftains in the second round. John Earlyline will dig in here for the Panthers.
Yeah, Earlyline reached on an error in the first, got picked off, and then grounded out to short his last time up.
Bladson still out there on the mound for the Tigers at Clay Center. Count is even right now, 1 apiece. That one low and between the legs of the catcher, 2-1. Tigers last inning finally picked up their first hit of the game after Caden Markham almost seemingly brought himself out of the game, as this is a high pop fly out to the shortstop out there, one gone the inning. So we saw Markham, he was pitching and he threw one in there and he made a motion over to the Paola bench as if to say that he was hurt. And he was pulled out of the game. And then Pysick coming over from first, and they put Markham back in there at first. So fortunately, nothing too serious to keep him out of this ball game for Caden Markham. And the first pitch that Pysick threw in there, Clay Center picked up their first hit, and then they stranded 2 runners on the base pass at second and third, so they still trail 3-0. And I'm going to say that hit. Hit by a pitch. So Murdoch getting the slightly more painful free pass compared to a walk. So he'll get on it first, and
see if he tries to bunt him in the scoring position here.
Hendrickson came in last time Gherkin was due up and pinch hit for him. And with a runner at first and 1 now, we will see what Paola decides to do here. No bunt is shown. Instead, slaps it opposite field in there for a base hit. Murdoch will go up to second, and he will be held up there. So a hit by a pitch, and now a single. And there are runners at first and second, only 1 out in the inning, and now this could be it for Cole Platts and Andrew Bent, the head coach, just coming out to the mound. And that will indeed be it for the freshman.
He deserves a hand.
Comes off, greeted by his teammates. And now the new pitcher coming in. This is going to be number 10. Let me look it up.
Murdoch.
For Clay Center.
Oh, for Clay Center.
Number 10, this is Tristan Johnston. Johnston. So he will take over the pitching duties for Clay Center. Let's give a little bit more love to our presenting sponsor, Paola Sports Live, the Go Brawley Internet. Go Brawley, it just works.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Looks like we're about ready to resume play here as Johnston gets his final warm-up pitches in, and he will take over for Platson. And both those runners on for first and second are going to be charged to Platson if they do come around to score. See his shadows now are fully just about taking over the complete infield. Now the pitcher and the batter both in the shadows. I know you had mentioned it earlier, kind of the disadvantage of when the batter is in the shadow and the pitcher is still in the sunlight. Makes it just a little bit more difficult to see that ball come in. Showing bunt, and it pulls away last second for a ball.
I figured he'd be bunting here. You got to figure your number 9 hitter can get these two guys in scoring position.
Coming up 2-0 on the count, gets a sign from his third base coach. Quickly, Johnston coming to the plate, and it's outside 3-0. That one in there for a strike, 3-1. Just got enough of the inside zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one too far outside. Ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. And a great chance for the Panthers to bring across some more runs. Haven't scored since the top of the first, where they got all 3 of their 3 runs. And back to the top of the order with the catcher, Colby Wheeler. Carson Boehm on deck and Caden Markham in the hole.
Yeah, Wheeler singled and scored in the first and then grounded out to second base his last 2 times up. And the infield is in. They can't afford to give up any more runs here.
Down front early, 1-0. Next pitch, swung on and chopped foul along the third base line. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2 now in the count. Still only 1 out in the inning. Panthers trying not to squander this chance to bring across more runs. And a big strikeout there for the Tigers as Colby Wheeler will head back to the dugout. Now it'll be on the shoulders of Carson Boehm.
Boehm put down a sacrifice bunt in the first, grounded out to second in the third, and struck out looking.
And comes through clutch here.
Big time.
In the top of the 6th, and that'll bring across 2 runs for the Panthers, and it is now a 5-0 lead. And a big 2-out, 2 RBI single for Carson Boehm.
Good job, young man.
Now the Panthers can breathe a little bit easier here, and Caden Markham will come up to bat. So again, whatever the issue is with either his arm or maybe it could be something else, again, not that big of a deal here.
Well, they definitely want his bat in there because he's done some damage.
Has a triple and a double on his line here, and he reached on thanks to an error by the shortstop his last time up. And it's a good hold of that one. Keeps going back. Left fielder now under it and brings it in. That one seemed to be up in the air for quite some time, but it's brought in out there and left for the third and final out as the Panthers add 2 more and they lead 5-0 over the Clay Center Tigers.
Are you ready for a new...
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Yeah.
Ready for the bottom of the 6th now. The Panthers add 2 more runs in the top of the 6th, making it a 5-0 ball game. Pysick still out on the mound, and he starts this one out 0-1 against the batter, number 12, Cole Platson, the pitcher.
He lined out his last 2 times, once to left and once to center. Hit the ball hard both times.
It's coming down to about now or never for Clay Center if they want to try to do something here. 6 outs left to work with.
They're down to their last 6 outs.
And a 5-run deficit, only 1 hit to show for after 5 innings of work. Again, solid contact, but foul.
Pysick's done a nice job coming in and
he has,
relieving Markham because he gave up 1 hit, but that's it, and they're still putting up goose eggs. Breaking pitch, fouled off.
The 1-2 pitch from Pysick is swung on. This one fair. Left fielder drifting up for it and brings it in for the first out. So a fly out to left for Platson.
Brings up Myers, and he struck out his last 2 times. Once swinging and once looking. This will be his first look at Pysick.
First one in there, now the zone for ball 1. Two-0 pitch. Make it now 3-0. Sun now starting to completely set here in Salina.
See if Pysick could come back and get him at 3-1. Nope. Oh, 2. Get the benefit of that call.
He's got to get an extra second or 2.
I know.
He comes back. So a fly out and a strikeout here in the bottom of the 6th. The catcher, Tucker Jackson, Now coming up, and now another mound visit. And maybe this will be it for Pysick.
Yep.
Who traditionally, from what I've seen, I think they like to use him as like the second starter behind Markham. So getting him out there a little bit earlier, and as of right now, it would look like the Panthers will advance and take on the Chieftains in the next round. And maybe wanting to save.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to save the pitch count on Pysick there.
So more shuffling here and coming in.
34, left-hander.
Yep. Keaton Matlick is now in for the Panthers as he's going to look to try to finish this one out and go the distance. For Paola, we're going to go ahead and step away again. We'll be back when play resumes here on Paola Sports Live. A 5-0 lead for the Panthers as they're looking to move on to the second round to take on the Chieftains of Tonganoxie.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Ready to resume play here. Matlick ready to get the final 4 outs for the Panthers and punch their ticket to go on to day 2 of action tomorrow. And they look to take on Frontier League foes, the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 2. It's Tucker Jackson, the catcher, in for Clay Center. Next one on the way and low and gets away.
Like he overthrew that pitch.
A little bit. And another one, 2-2. That one a little bit low and out of the zone, but a swing and a miss. And the first strikeout for Matlick comes on in relief for Pysick. And then we are heading to the final inning of action, top of the 7th. And the Panthers have a 5-0 lead over the Tigers, 3 outs away from playing tomorrow.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Getting ready for the top of the 7th, final inning of action here on Paola Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Rennie coming over from Tonganoxie Sports Live, ready to call this game here. And the Panthers feeling pretty confident right now, a 5-0 lead. And maybe looking to add on another run or two here. Johnston still on the mound for the Tigers. Pysick gets started out with a ball, 1-0. Took a good cut at that one, just couldn't connect, 1-1.
Pysick singled and scored in the first, grounded out to third, and last time up was hit by a pitch.
And for those that maybe want to start previewing for tomorrow's action, no live stream for the first game. It's be 11 a.m. start as Saliner over to third and a throw across the diamond and stretching out is the first baseman, and a good job to get Pysick out at first and one gone. First game tomorrow at 11 a.m. It's going to be the number 1 seed McPherson Bullpups, and they will take on the Cyclones from Ottawa. And then at 1:15, as they say 1:15, it'll be more closer to about 1:30 or a little after. It'll be Tonganoxie and right now Paola, if they are able to hold on to this 5-0 lead that they have. So how about that? The Frontier League sending 3 teams into the state tournament, and potentially all 3 of them making it into the, I guess what you could call the semifinals.
Yeah, that is the semifinals. Very well represented.
Yep. And then the third place game tomorrow will take place after the Tonganoxie and presumably the Paola game. And then the state championship game will take place after that, right around 6 o'clock. So there's your slate of action for tomorrow here at Dean Evans Stadium. Again, if you want to make a trip down, you want to see some of these teams play in live action. I mean, it's a bearable drive down here to Salina. It's only a couple hours, maybe. A little bit longer for you folks in Paola. It's going to be another great day for baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be 80 degrees and sunny tomorrow, what the weather app is telling me.
Chopper to the pitcher and throws it over in time, and 3 outs. In the top of the 7th, and the Tigers are down to their final 3, and as they still trail 5-0 and on the brink of elimination.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Ready to resume action here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. And the Panther fans that made the trip out are starting to feel it. They are 3 outs away from moving on to tomorrow and taking on the Tonganoxie Chieftains. First, we're going to have a brief stoppage here for a moment. And Matlick fires that in there for a first pitch strike. Now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And 3-pitch strikeout to start things off. It is looking really, really good for the Panthers.
Second baseman, number 2, Justin Rice.
That's 11 total strikeouts for Paola pitchers tonight.
First pitch for a ball, 1-0.
Clay Center down to their last 2 outs.
And so far, what has been a complete dominant outing by the Paola pitching. Only 1 hit given up. That was from Dalton Pysick. Markham had a no-hitter going until he got taken out of the game. Then the 1 hit from Pysick, and then he went hitless the rest of the way. And now Matlick keeping a 0 in the hit column so far as well. Although 3 straight balls here, and the number 9 hitter, Justin Wright, so back at the top of the order, due up next for Clay Center. And the 3-0 pitch is outside, a 4-pitch walk.
That's huge because it gets Clay Center back to the top of the order.
This
Brumfield singled his last time up.
in this lineup, they're going to have to catch fire here if they want to pull off this miraculous comeback.
Yeah, we've got to hope that the Panthers can slam the door on them here.
Had like 5 straight balls here. They're trying to find that command and help put them away here.
Well, with a 5-run lead, you just need to trust your defense.
Yeah. Throw it to first, but he's back in time safe. Cut at that one, can't connect, 1-1. Another throw to first and another close one. He's in safe.
Markham made a nice pick right there. That could have been disastrous if it got mine.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers would like to roll a pair here and get out of this thing.
Another throw over to first and again safe for the 3rd time. And nothing would be better than to slam the door and just get a tailor-made double play. And fouled straight back. Count still at 2-2, 1 gone in the inning, a runner at first for Clay Center. A 5-0 lead for Paola as they look to move on and take on the Chieftains tomorrow. And this one fouled and out of play. We stay at 2-2. Brunfield trying his best to stay alive in there. And that one, a swing and a miss and another strikeout. They can taste it now. Last hope for the Tigers. Brody Hayes, the shortstop, coming in.
Dominant pitching tonight by the Panthers.
First one on the way and low for a ball. That one called for a strike, 1-1.
An even dozen strikeouts.
Gonna make it a baker's dozen now.
Yeah.
2-1 count.
Hayes has walked twice and got hit by a pitch.
Slaps this one. Markham stops it with his glove, and that will do it. And the Panthers, a 5-0 win in the Battle of the Felines against the Tigers from Clay Center. And dominant pitching leads the way. One hit giving up this whole entire game. And the Panthers will move on and continue their miraculous postseason run. And they have a date tomorrow with their Frontier League foes, the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Both teams will meet and shake hands after the game. Heads hanging low for the Tigers as their season has just ended and they will be making the trip back home. While Paola, again, the team that was looked at, wasn't really supposed to be here. And there you go. I mean, it's just kind of the beautiful thing about baseball is that it could take one. It's just like the pitching, for example. Right. And the offense for Paola wasn't exactly lights out or anything, but their pitching was, and that was enough.
Well, yeah, when you have pitching like that, you only need one run.
So the state runner-ups from just a year ago are out. The defending 4A state champions in Miege, of course, didn't make the trip here. They got knocked out by Tonganoxie, so it's up for grabs here down in Salina. And the only team coming into this tournament down here, the only team that ever won a state title before was Iola, and Ottawa beat them in the first round. So we're going to have a new state champion crowd.
No question.
Here, it's just a matter: is it McPherson, is it Ottawa, is it Tongi, or is it Paola?
Yep.
And again, well represented. The Frontier League is here in the semifinals. 3 of the 4 schools, all from the Frontier League, and
that's pretty loud statement for the Frontier League.
Yeah, exactly. They showed up and they represented in this tournament again. Paola winning 5-0. Hey. 5 runs off 9 hits and 1 error. Clay Center, no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. And that is how this game ends, a 5-0 shutout. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap up our coverage here again, folks. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow. The Panthers will be taking on the Chieftains. Scheduled start time, it says 1:15 on the brackets. I would probably, just given the way that the games today have gone, I would probably say more towards 1:30, maybe a little after. So just stay tuned for that. That game will be over on Tonganoxie Sports Live. So this is the last broadcast, at least for, well, I shouldn't say the last because we'll have at least one more on Paola Sports Live.
Yep.
But for the game against Tonganoxie tomorrow, that will be over on Tonganoxie Sports Live. So tune into that, and we will see you all there for a big matchup. And yes, in case you're curious, they did play one time, and Tonganoxie was victorious 5-1 in that matchup. But I mean,
anything can happen,
especially in this in the 4A bracket and even in regionals. I mean, there was a lot of matchups where a team won in the regular season and then they lost in the postseason when it all matters, when the chips are all down.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see, but it should be a great one. It's going to be another great day for baseball. So we will be back here tomorrow. Again, thank you all so much for joining us today on Paola Sports Live. The Panthers will move on and take on the Chieftains of Tonganoxie in a Frontier League showdown here in the state tournament. We'll see you all then at around 1:30.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.